So at some point I just had to break the light bulb to get it out. And no reaction. Great.
Yeah, that's because it wasn't funny.
Thanks. So, hello. And welcome, dear audience. Geo's here too. Smelly's currently away, but he's here too. No R&D this time because R&D forgot about the show and has other things to do. He doesn't love us anymore.
So what is today's website about?
Well, today's website, which should currently be showing to both you and the audience, as far as I'm aware.
I haven't seen this before, as far as I'm aware, no.
Yes, you have, because you're the one who found it.
That one, really?
Yes, this is the you remember. That Anthony Riley, the flat earther, that he got.
No, I tried to forget him. So okay. Thanks for reminding me.
Well, remember when you sent me the YouTube text post thing that he had made.
Oh, that was from this one. Oh,
that is from this site.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
So this is like, as you can probably already tell, it's called Need to Know News. Like, the name kind of already gives it away.
It's actually double funny, but you don't understand the inside joke.
As I was saying, this is obviously like deep in right-wing conspiracy nuts. Nottery, that's a good word. Let's go with nottery. Yes, Crypto, this is Anthony Riley's source. So obviously they have a lot of
Wait, scroll all the way down.
What?
Okay, I misread there. The thing about the face masks.
Oh. So obviously they have quite a lot of corona bullshit currently. But they do have other things. But I feel like we should start with the about section. As always. Just to get a feel for what this G. Edward Griffin. Yes, this is apparently, I didn't realize this is apparently some kind of like personal website for this dude.
Wait a second. Before we continue. Oh, for fuck's sake.
What?
Wait, my headset just decided to die.
Well,
I can't hear you. Wait.
Do, 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 do.
There we go. I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, before we continue, do I need my suicide rifle?
Possibly. I just noticed this, like, looking at it. A photo and humor scout. I'm not sure what that means. What's a humor scout? What does that mean, Geo?
I have no idea.
Why won't you tell me?
Let's see if that's actually a thing. Humor scout.
It probably is. Like, it sounds like it probably is a sort of term, but like, why does this website about news need a humor scout?
No, apparently Google doesn't yield any coherent results, I guess.
That's the dude. That's G. Edward Griffin.
Hey, it's B-movie Sean Connery.
It is. That is surprisingly accurate. It's Sean Connery from an alternate universe where he went nuts. So.
Oh god, I'll start.
Yes, please do.
The primary media outlets in every country currently are dominated by collectivists who believe it is their duty to present the news in such a way that the common man will have a correct opinion.
Wow, we're starting off good here.
Oh, dude, I got back to we're starting off good. How are we starting off good? Oh, it doesn't matter. Just read.
Just read.
Even those of us who are aware of this bias can fall victim to it if we have no access to the raw facts.
In most cases, the truth is available even within mainstream media, if one has the time to search for it. Unfortunately, that excludes just about everyone who is preoccupied with earning a living or raising a family. So this dude isn't occupied with those things. He's alone. He's a lonely man who lives off an inheritance. Like what? How is?
His only friend is his tinfoil hat.
Only
It's a
you
tinfoil version of Wilson.
Only you understand me, Tinny. The goal of Need to Know is to provide unfiltered news and commentary as an antidote to newspeak. Great.
Has he already explained what newspeak is, or am I missing something?
No, newspeak is
That's
from
a reference to 1984 by George Orwell.
Oh, God.
But by the way, I really recommend this book. It's double plus good.
Highlight the next section.
Well, then read it.
We expand the headlines to include our analysis of the significance of each story, which often is obscured by the details. What?
Oh no, those pesky details that are completely irrelevant.
What does that mean?
The details that explain to you the whole situation. What he's essentially saying is we boil everything down to a headline. We're reading the headlines to you. God damn. Anyway, there are no sports or there are no. Wait, go ahead.
I mean, I hope that the headlines aren't clickbaity.
This is probably BuzzFeed worse than BuzzFeed.
Yeah, let's continue. What happens next will shock you.
Has like actual news story. Like it's.
But here's the thing with BuzzFeed. You have to specify what you're looking for when it comes to BuzzFeed. Because if you just put BuzzFeed, you're getting the bullshit. But BuzzFeed does have legitimate news, but it's called BuzzFeed News. Like,
I mean, there are some quote-unquote media outlets that have screwed up in the past so badly that I don't see any reason to trust them anymore. For example, don't rely on information when you want to build a PC and ask The Verge about it. Just stay away from those people as far as possible.
Yes.
Yeah, we all remember that dilemma.
Oh, wait, yeah. Smelly went away, so someone else has to read.
Your turn.
There are no sports or lifestyle sections, and few stories about the weather or crime or natural disasters. Aside from an occasional story about an amazing event or accomplishment, the only information you'll find here is that which pertains to freedom, health, financial security, which is a lot.
What the fuck?
I love the which is a lot. I love the which is a lot. That just screams. I wrote this and didn't read through it to like make it like read well.
Sounds like it was written by an angsty teenager.
No, it's written by Sean Connery.
Oh, by an angsty elderly. Sweet.
I think the entire response to this website site summarizes to okay, boomer.
Probably. That is probably very true.
Get your geriatric views away from me, Grandpa. In selecting these reports, we pledge to be as objective as possible. I super highly doubt that.
Yeah.
Even though we
they pledge to it, they just aren't. They don't live up to it.
All right, yeah, good point. I'll believe your pledge, but I won't believe in its accuracy. Even though we are advocates of individualism. What the fuck? That's a strange thing to have to announce you're an advocate for. We will not pass along any stories that twist the truth in order to favor our own perspective. That's fishy.
What does that have to do with individualism?
Who the fuck knows? The fact that they had to mention it at all back to back is what makes it weird. For that would make us no better than our collectivist adversaries, excuse me. If facts are not comfortable, so be it.
Oh, it's Ben Shapiro.
We will report them anyway and let truth have its voice.
I just
That
noticed
an apostrophe because it's
this.
possessive.
I just noticed this.
Wow. The Reality Zone, a division of American Media Incorporated.
The realities.
Yeah.
What is this, the Crystal Maze?
I thought you were going to say crystal meth.
No, the Crystal Maze. Oh wait, that's a British program. Never mind. That's why you don't get the reference.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of British programming in my life, but that was one that I happened to miss.
Well, it's also from like I think the 80s or 90s. Like it's an old.
Dude, one of my favorite shows growing up is the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy TV show that most people don't even know exists. Because yes, there was a 6-episode miniseries for the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And it's fucking great. Like it's exactly what you would expect if you watched the first movie or have ever read it. But it's good stuff. It's a good little mini series. It's fun. It's pretty hard to find these days. I bet you it's on whatever the fuck BBC's subscription channel crap is. Anyway,
iPlayer.
The what?
iPlayer. That's BBC's online player.
Yeah. See, I had a subscription to the BBC Online, whatever, or BBC America version of that is, but I ended up only watching all of fucking Torchwood, and then canceled my subscription. Oh my god, Boomer Lady on California Sheriff Black. Oh, excuse me, I thought that said Black Tracks. I was gonna ask what the fuck that is, but backtracks on threat to arrest 5 people for failing to wear masks.
I love the like they have included the on as if it's part of the username. But obviously, like it's on the what story it is.
The story, but at this point, if you're a news website, these are clarifiers that aren't needed. You don't need. That's unneeded. You could have just put their name and then the title of the article they wrote.
I love that they have that he's decided that at the bottom of the screen or of the bottom of the page should also have this.
A better version of it too. Like it looks better at the bottom. The brown outline actually makes it look a lot nicer. And what is up with this weird framing?
Here's a very accurate list of their political positions.
Oh my god, what is that? There's a fucking game. What game is it where it's like you pick up an item and it's like the item tells you that it needs a description still? Was that in one of the Resident Evils?
I don't know.
No idea.
God damn it.
Oh, there's another mistake. Trended current, most popular.
Yeah, and now the first article is from 2017.
Well, there's also a bracket missing.
Yeah, there's a bracket missing.
Oh, fuck the bracket. It's the most current things that are trending are from 2017. That's what.
Yeah, the second one is just. Can you do me a favor and click the second one? Yeah, that's probably because the vaccinated people are more likely to live and actually get sick, whereas the unvaccinated ones just die.
I love that it tells us the date. Why does it need to tell us what day it is?
There are so many things about this website that are so just very strange. Very, very strange. How did you find this? Did somebody send you this?
Yes, Geo.
Of course it was fucking
what?
Geo.
What? Go further up. Stop. Tracking down the origin of Wuhan coronavirus, good and bad. Why is there a picture of Oliver North?
Who's Oliver North?
He's the guy that supposedly Ollie North
Wait.
was
it didn't take me to the story.
what
the
in
fuck?
the fuck is going on?
Basically, he was convicted for selling, I think, weapons to the IS. Wait, stop.
Clicking on the news story takes me to the front page. This website is a fucking mess.
Shit.
I am so confused. This whole website is just.
What the fuck
I have no idea.
Can someone look up that word?
Which word? My headset just crapped out again. Yes.
I'm not even sure how to pronounce it.
Kakistocracy.
Kakistocracy.
Is that when people from Kyrgyzstan rules?
It's a system of government that is run by the worst, least qualified, and/or most unscrupulous citizens.
Wait, but so the opposite of a technocrat. Wait, but
basically,
but like, how can you have both? Is he implying that both are happening? That we're both being run by stupid and smart people? I don't understand.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the US is run by stupid people at this point.
I mean, yeah, this is what it has. This is what it should have.
Okay, do me a favor and click on Kakistocracy and let's see if there's a biggest picture of Donald Trump.
No, I bet you anything this guy is a fan of him.
No, I feel like it's just gonna be a bunch of like articles giving examples of or people that he believes are morons. You've got to be fucking kidding me, man. You could draw tenuous connections between literally fucking anything. You could play 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon with anything on Earth and connect it to something inscrutable.
Hold on, is this the actual John Hopkins, like the Bloomberg School of Public Health? Does it actually say that?
I don't know.
Let's see, because I'm unsure.
I feel like that's something he's edited in.
Bloomberg School of Public Health. Yeah. What? Yeah, apparently it's a subunit of Johns Hopkins Uni.
Oh, okay.
And yes, it was founded in 1916 with support from the Rockefeller Foundation. So?
Well, don't you know? The Jews.
Yes, that's not a statement that could totally be vague as fuck.
Which one?
Oh my god. I want to read this book just based on the title.
Which one?
It's called The Ghosts of Johns Hopkins, The Life and Legacy That Shaped an American City. Just because I'm curious as to what the book holds. What lies beneath. Alright, I need to stop looking at the Amazon page for these books.
Stop! Further
What?
up. Lefties created alarming virus predictions now used as excuse for population lockdowns. Go on that one.
Wait, what? So basically what that's trying to say is like because the
thing we did that to avoid, like we all said, oh no, this is gonna be bad, so let's do this to avoid it, and now it's not gonna happen because we did the thing. So we shouldn't have done the thing, so the thing was fake?
Yeah,
I just checked today's numbers. So apparently the death rate in the US from COVID-19 is about 2,000 per day. That's approximately 0.7911 per day.
Yeah, it's now the biggest killer in the US.
Well, you know, there was that woman, what was it? Fucking Aaron posted earlier a retweet of some woman from Baltimore or from somewhere saying that we shouldn't shut down the American economy because of this virus, and that people should essentially, like, she doesn't care if people are dying. We shouldn't shut down the economy, that it's stupid. And this woman is a mother of 5 children that has no problem sending other people to possibly die.
I found a better one, actually, a better
Like-
example. Let me try to find. I think it's on my Discord server. Give me a
But the
second.
crazy thing is like we're not all completely sick and overwhelming hospitals right now because of the measures that we finally fucking took. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, if France wasn't a big enough fucking example of why we really
Italy,
needed to do
not
now.
France.
Italy, excuse me, my bad. I was talking about France earlier, and it's just I got France on the brain.
So take a look
So
at
your brain
those
is
2
gonna
links
give
that
up?
I just posted. So
No, I was talking
short
about
story.
like French food and shit.
Short story. Apparently, some lady who said that COVID-19 is a hoax just died from COVID-19. And
Okay,
shouldn't
that's
laugh
all
at
I
that,
wanted
but
to
that is
say.
pretty
she was
funny.
making the argument that COVID-19 would be used to implement socialism, whatever that means. And now
Oh,
her
it
family
means- it
is
means-
running a GoFundMe to
No, it means help. It's yeah,
finance a funeral.
yeah. They need I saw that too. They made a GoFundMe to get the money for the funeral. Because
No,
you
no
know,
thanks.
because capitalism, but we can't get that socialism. It would be bad if we helped each other. Please help me.
Yeah. Oh my God, somebody might be able to go to the hospital and not be bankrupt because of it. Oh no, that's awful.
But please help me with this funeral.
Yeah.
I think that's a common smelly that Micro and I are too European to understand.
Yes.
I know, but everybody who's American that watches us will understand the dripping sarcasm that oozed from every word or every sentence, letter in that sentence, because it's fucking retarded.
Crypto, that's a very necromorphs on bath salts is a very specific.
yet ultimately terrifying thing to think about.
Yes, but it's a very specific phrase.
Wait, what? Okay, I need to open up the chat. I need to know what the fuck is going on. I'm so lost. Trying to do 13 things at once is already bad. Oh my God, if anybody wants to laugh, please go find the London, whatever the hell the name of that stupid...
London Real or something like that.
Yeah, where David Icke talks about the coronavirus. I really want to do a video on his little segment, but I don't think I'm ever going to because it's just too dumb. But if you want a good laugh, I suggest going and watching it because it's
or you could just
so
read
funny.
you could just read this headline.
I don't know. Listening to David,
No,
something
read this
about
headline.
watching a man with rheumatoid arthritis scream about conspiracies just makes me happy on the inside.
David Icke argues that Elon Musk is the frontman for development of technology to build a super race to control mere humans. What the fuck?
I'm so glad that you found this website, Geo.
I'm not.
Yeah, but it's making me smile. So thank you.
I want to read this.
Please open it. Yes. Oh, there's
It's a video. Well, because
I'm gonna watch that later. I have to.
we still read this.
I love that it's called the AI Frontman.
I'll read it. David Icke analyzes Elon Musk's role in the global technocratic dictatorship under construction.
Sure.
Okay. As if a technocracy would be a bad thing.
Well, you also can't have a technocratic dictatorship because you can't have a dictator if you have a technocracy. Like
It gives you the x-axis, even though this is just a screenshot.
See, I was actually, whenever I first saw this data, that's actually what I thought this was. Like, that's what I thought this data was at first. I didn't actually read the first paragraph that told me it was energy dispensive X-ray. I actually thought it was.
I think we're live again.
It's actually what a scanning electron microscope does as well, just in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Are we online again?
Yes, I think we're live again. So my computer decided that no, fuck you. I'm not gonna work anymore.
I'm trying to fold in the background, son of a bitch.
That probably was it.
I'm folding at the
it,
moment, and my machine doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, the second
But
that I said
that's
that.
because your machine isn't 8 years old.
Hey, even my old one would do that still. Remember, it's still running as a media PC.
I don't know. You can overclock the shit out of an i5 4690. Like, you can get that thing to fucking overclock like a son of a bitch. So you could probably get 4th gen Intel to do something pretty decent.
I got my 3770K to run at 4.6 gigahertz.
Jesus Christ.
Let's try this again.
Just send the message to everyone out that, oh, yeah. Okay. So, where is it? There we go. Okay. I can see you screen sharing again.
Yes. So, I went back and found where we left off.
Right.
I guess the AI superhuman didn't the machines
It machine learned where we were and just picked up.
Yeah, it's like talking about Scientology. What's the worst that can happen if you actually... and then every light goes out.
Oh, fuck. Yeah,
Never seen that
and five Tom Cruise clones attack you.
Where were we exactly?
I don't know.
I
think the first sentence.
Yes.
I was laughing so hard I forgot.
Even though Musk has warned that artificial intelligence could lead to the end of humanity, he remains in the forefront of the movement.
Is he?
I really don't think that he is, though.
No, as far as I'm aware, none of the companies he is involved with have any like AI research stuff like that.
You want to know what Elon is at the forefront of? Making an ass of himself on Twitter, incurring massive investigations against him because of Twitter, and sending random shit into space.
You forgot laughing about that dolphin memes.
Ah, yes, because that's hilarious.
Oh, and calling people pedophiles and sending out
well, that's why I said having investigations, you know,
things that aren't ventilated.
Yeah, he's dumb. What a dummy. I don't think self-driving cars are the start of general AI. I don't really think so either.
Well, he created a company called Neuralink to connect the human brain to computers. And
that's not AI. That's not AI.
That's not AI. That's literally the opposite of AI.
I mean, at most there might be some kind of machine learning involved in interpreting the like brain activity to like translate it, but that wouldn't be dangerous. That's not gonna gain sentience and like kill people.
I think their thought process behind it is the fact that like it's hooking up a brain to a computer, so that means computer equals brain, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
It's not artificial. My brain is not sufficiently intelligent. It's naturally intelligent.
Actually, yours is kind of artificially intelligent, considering the fact that it's running on Ritalin.
Not right now.
Well, Ritalin's kind of gone by the wayside. Now it's Adderall and Vyvanse. Just to help you update that joke.
Well, no, because my drug is Ritalin, so no, you downgraded the joke.
Yeah, but we live in 2 different countries, and
yeah, but which one is
actually live in 3?
You live in a great country. It's beautiful and isn't full of complete morons, and that goes to both of you. Even though Nazis came from Geo's country, it's still slightly better.
Technically, the main Nazi didn't.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But the Nazi movement is more associated with Germany than it is to Austria. When was the last time you were like, oh, you Austrian Nazi?
Well, about yesterday.
That's just because you hate Austrians.
Austrians are weird. I don't hate them. Not yet.
Yeah, you could think
What do you
something's
mean
weird
not
without
yet?
hating it.
Are you expecting?
No, let's continue. And his SpaceX operation is now putting tens of thousands of satellites into space to beam 5G at the Earth.
No, it's not gonna beam
What?
down 5G. 5G has a really short range. It's
I
gonna
love how
beam
everyone's
down
talking
internet.
about I love how everyone's talking about 5G like it doesn't mean the 5th generation of cell phone bands. Like we're talking about it like 5G is a gun or something.
Well, remember, like it's kind of funny because like right now there are people using 4G to complain about 5G. And previously there were people using 3G to complain about 4G.
Yeah, it's hilarious. We were okay, according to a lot of like major conspiracy theories at the time of 4G's rolling out. We were all supposed to have giant tumors on our brain and massive amounts of cases of brain cancer. Yet all these sons of bitches who continue to use 4G are both void of tumors and cancer and the rational ability to see that what they're doing is fucking stupid. Because all of these damn conspiracy theories
Read
of all
the
of the
next
generations
sentence.
is just fucking retarded. Okay,
Starts with Ike.
Ike believes that.
No.
Oh, goody.
No. You skipped it. The last thing you read was the beaming 3D at the.
Oh yeah, right.
5G.
Designed to become the backbone for human control and surveillance grids.
No.
Huh?
No. It's internet.
You know,
Yeah.
the people that live in London, you know, where CCTVs, whenever I think of CCTVs on a mass scale, I think of England.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they still live pretty free lives. Like they're still pretty free. Like they have, you know, freedom of choice and freedom of the press and can leave their houses and pick the schools they want to go to and the shops they want to shop at, the cars they want to own.
Yeah, they even choose to eat that crappy food.
Look, I don't want a camera following all of my actions, and I'm nowhere in any way, shape, or form advocating for the spreading of cameras watching our every fucking move. But I mean, in the cases in which we do have areas with a higher standard of human surveillance than we do, we don't see them losing any of their true freedoms other than not being able to hide their crimes.
Well, it's all
Like,
about it's how you implement the surveillance.
And that's true. That's a good point. But I mean, yes, there are systems that were put in place even in England where people were all in an uproar and there was calamity that ensued because of it. Maybe not on a mass scale or in a crazy scale that made it seem dangerous in any way, but still, it seems like in areas where we are seeing CCTV become like a massive part of people's lives, they don't seem any less free than anyone else.
Well, that's what the one world government wants you to think.
Oh yeah,
It's not the one world government that wants you to think that it's them.
That's the same thing.
No. It's
whoa, bro, that's like a
they and the other one
conspiracy
is them.
inside of a. That's like a conspiracy burrito, bro.
Yeah, remember that Microsoft
It's a
did 9/11.
It's a
Microsoft.
it's a burrito.
It's a conrito. It's just a burrito inside of a burrito full of conspiracies.
Yo, dog. I heard you like conspiracy. I
Hey,
can't even
Jesus
finish
Christ.
my note.
Micro 2017 called they want their meme back.
All right, so
that's older. I don't even think that's 27. I think that's like 15.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Time has passed so very quickly in the last few years, it's scary.
okay, so
Say that sentence
Ansel.
again slowly, Gio. Time has passed so quickly in the last, and then you gave a time period.
I know. That's the joke.
And okay, so Ansel in the chat said, but are they also any safer? I'm assuming this is in regards to the CCTV thing. Less free isn't quite the question to ask. Does it work? Is more of the apropos. Okay, and I agree with you. That's why I wasn't trying to get into the ethics of the statement. I was just trying to speak generally. Like maybe there are some cases we can point out where CCTV footage helped solve a crime or helped bring somebody to justice, and I'm sure that there's
in that case, it's gonna be
story.
Like, you mean it's like, how often does that happen? You have to like, does the benefits outweigh the cost?
Exactly, and we could turn this into like a moral philosophy thing later. But in my opinion, I don't think that it's truly within any scope to be able to say that anybody has truly lost any real freedoms being recorded on this basis. You know, like in Texas, you don't have to have people's permission to film them in public, but in California, in a two-party state, you have to agree to it. So I mean, yeah, there are different rules in different places where we could argue the ethics of all the nonsense. But my point is, what freedoms did they lose by a city installing cameras? Because if you're arguing that prostitutes had a problem with it, or drug dealers, I'm going to argue that what does your point even mean?
I think prostitutes are actually legal in the UK.
See, I learned something new today. Didn't know that.
No idea.
But then again,
I'm not 100% sure. But I think it might
that's
be,
not information.
The fact that it is legal in most European states.
Yeah, and that's information that I would never really be after anyway, because I don't. Prostitution is just something I don't think about, I guess. Anyway, so Ike believes that to become the backbone. Oh, excuse me. When Musk warns about the dangers of technology, he is merely pretending in an attempt to convince the public that he is on the side of the caution and sanity. Excuse me.
So if he said he can't win. If he says that no, I'm actually warning against this, he's just lying. It's
just they have no evidence for this whatsoever. They just whatever you tell them.
He's saying the opposite of what I think he thinks. It's obviously evidence that he thinks what he thinks.
This is a tactic known as controlled opposition.
Yeah, that's the go-to argument that also flat earthers have whenever somebody within their group is not 100% agreeing with them.
Good one, Ansel. David Icke analyzes. Yes, I too enjoy speculative fiction.
We love you, Ansel. That's good. That's good stuff. Oh, shit. So technocracy is defined by the control of the government, society, and industry by an elite of technical experts. I honestly don't see the real issue with that. Yeah. Other than anybody can abuse their power. I think that's well within anybody's.
Well, that's why you set up the technocracy to like it. You set it up as a hybrid between that democracy and a technocracy, where like you still have to get voted in by the public, but you need to be able to show that you actually know what you're talking about.
Yes, only people with with qualifications in the field,
relevant experience and qualifications. Like if you want to be like Minister of Health, you need to have some kind of knowledge of the healthcare system.
Yeah, if you want to be the Secretary of Education, you need to have at least taught in some level of school.
Yeah, which is that is like been the principle of a school. Like have some kind of that is not, I think, an unreasonable request, and that would still be that would still be a form of technocracy.
Three things that Americans used to widely consider as qualifications to becoming president used to be you had to be at least 43 years of age, which I don't know, or 34 or 30. There was an age, I think it was like 30 or something.
Isn't that in your constitution?
35. You need to be 35.
35. You need to be a natural born citizen, and you need to have served in the fucking military. I was almost positive growing up that that was a qualification that you had to meet.
But it's not.
Was serving
It's
in this?
actually
Was it?
the third qualification is actually that you have lived in the US for a certain amount of time in the past, like some years.
Why would you only vote for somebody who was in the military? That I don't get.
See,
Because
honestly,
it's the US.
honestly, it makes now. Personally, I think it's stupid. I think it's a dumb reason to vote for somebody. But when you look at it in the sense of how we look at the president in wartime, because so our generals are identified by a star system, right? The highest star ranking you can get in the military for a general is a 5-star ranking, but that's only for the president. The president is the only person in America that can hold a 5-star rating as a general. The highest ranking before that is a 4-star. So essentially, in wartime, our president is literally
only the president can get a good review.
Yeah, because it's mostly for wartime. Because in wartime, our president is supposed to be technically considered our commander in chief, our highest ranking military.
Always is.
Yes, but that's the US is not the only country where this is done. Over here, it's the
understand that.
Over here, it would be the chancellor and then the minister of defense. Or
Yeah,
is it the other way around? I'm not sure.
See that I'm not entirely sure of. I know that we're not the only one that has a system in place like this, but I'm just saying, like, from an American's perspective, this is, that's how our system is run, and it's a bad. We have like one of the worst, quote unquote, democracies when it comes to like the division of power.
You can stop there.
Okay, full stop. One of the worst democracies.
When somebody asks me what type of democracy the US is, my answer is no.
While that isn't technically true, it is 100% hilarious. Okay. I just killed a spider that was crawling on my leg. That was terrifying. Because I fucking hate spiders.
What do you hate more, spiders or mosquitoes?
What about flying blood-sucking spiders?
All right, man. Are we truly trying to push me to anxiety attack levels here? A flying spider? You're the worst person ever.
Are there flying spiders?
Oh no!
I don't want to know if there's a flying spider.
There isn't. Okay, the closest you get are little tiny spiders that can that spin a long thread and go ballooning. That's
I was about to say. I think they are the ones that use their webs as basically sails.
Yes, it's called ballooning.
So this is like the best headline we've ever had. I really want you to read this, Micro, please.
I feel like Geo should read it just because of the subject matter.
Oh my god, yes, Geo.
Oh god.
In your thickest German accent. I mean, really lay it on.
Yeah, lay it on.
Okay. Sean Sammet told police that he was stabbed for being Jewish, but his Apple Watch caught him in a lie. He later admitted his wound was self-inflicted.
I have no idea if that's true or not.
I don't even care.
But the fact that
it's hilarious.
The fact that this guy thought it was worth taking that story and putting on the website says a lot about him.
Well, actually, you'll notice that underneath it actually puts the source where they got it from. It was from the Detroit Free Press, which I'd be more willing to believe an article put on their website before an article.
Yeah. But then he has his analysis, his commentary,
his hot take. We should read his hot take.
Yes.
Bloomfield, Michigan. Sean Sammet, I'm going to assume that's how his name is said, 26, told police he was in a parking lot where he was cornered as a cantor at a synagogue. Okay, I don't know.
I'm assuming it's like a my guess,
it's something that resides within the Jewish faith.
Yeah, my guess is it's
pretty much the equivalent of an altar boy.
Yeah, something like that.
That's what I was thinking. At a synagogue when he was attacked and stabbed in the abdomen by a man who blamed Jews for mass immigration.
That's okay. Really hold on. It's basically the lead singer in a choir in a church. or synagogue.
Okay.
I'm the lead singer of my church band. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the one. It's the similar in Judaism. Cantor is the one who sings and leads people in prayer in a Jewish religious service.
Okay. Suspecting Samet's wounds were self-inflicted, officers obtained surveillance footage and confirmed. Wait, so which was it? Was it his Apple Watch or the surveillance footage? Anyway, and later confirmed no assault took place. Police in Samet finally admitted to making up the attack and said he lost consciousness and accidentally stabbed. What? Okay, how many times was he stabbed again?
While he was washing dishes in the synagogue. How can you stab yourself accidentally like this?
Also, why is there a knife around? I don't know.
Okay, so we're getting to the.
I'm pretty sure what I would think what a knife is for in the synagogue.
The second story was also fabricated. The dishes thing. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Officers were able to obtain information from Samet's cell phone health application that was synced to his Apple Watch, confirming he did not lose consciousness. Okay, fair enough. Samet then admitted to intentionally stabbing himself. How many times did he stab? Was it just one stab? He has been charged with falsely reporting a felony, which carries a potential sentence of 4 years. Okay, what of his analysis gave me anything that I couldn't have gleaned from their original article?
Yeah,
is what I'm.
Yeah, that's just him giving a fucking summary of what it says.
Yeah, dude, it is as I suspected before. He's giving you essentially a headline. He's not giving you any hot take. It's just headlines.
But the fact that he considered this this page worth putting on like this news story, putting it on his site.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's
I
almost
think it's just because of the Jewish connection.
Yeah, it's almost as if he wants to make it seem like no, Jews aren't persecuted. They're lying.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly what he's doing.
Silly lying.
All right, so
Jews.
what's up with the black gentleman? Let's see what, because at Hanukkah party, it's another Jewish connection. New York, Grafton Thomas, accused of slashing 5 victims at a Hanukkah party, was charged with a hate crime and may be linked to Black Hebrew Israelites.
Yes.
Okay, so not only is he saying that Jews are being attacked here at a Hanukkah party, but he's also trying to claim that they're being attacked by Black Jews.
No. The Black Hebrew Israelites are not Jews. They're this weird black supremacy group. Like, look them up. They're fucking nuts.
I'm gonna look them up because I'm way too curious to let that one go. It's just
they just call themselves that. They're not.
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry for assuming Jews, but I mean, come on, Hebrew is
no. Like
I know. It's just crazy. I want to read about them so badly right now. All right, so what else?
That's
I thought that said Hanukkah. It said hookah. Damn it.
Globalism.
Key teamwork.
Okay.
means.
What does CX? Stop. So first of all, is this kind of tragedy called an accident?
Yeah, and so they're sort of Muslim.
Yeah, that's very interesting to find out.
So
yeah, y'all are giving me 1,000 reasons why I really need to read about these guys whenever.
Apparently globalism stopped in October last year. No globalism has happened since.
Well, okay, so the article is about a guy named Mohammed Awais Sajid. Maybe it's globalism because he has a Muslim-y sounding name.
Yeah, so because a Muslim did something to someone and was a fucking weird, fucked up person, that means all Muslims are. So we should stop the globalism because it's totally globalism that's causing immigration and not, it's not like immigration has happened for thousands of years.
Almost,
Sure,
it's almost like
Sharia
destabilizing an entire region in the Middle East for geopolitical purposes is having bad consequences that bite back on you.
Whoa. Go back up to the stop. U.S. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar calls on UN to take control of U.S. borders and mirror of European migrant invasion.
I have a feeling they're probably taking, like, misconstruing what Shaxi said.
I would 100% guarantee that is more than likely what's happening. U.S. Treasury, blah, blah, blah. Don't care. Oh, yeah. Has anyone figured out how Boris Johnson's doing?
Yes, he's no longer in ICU. He's better.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I thought that was kind of weird.
Okay, we're reading.
Oh my god!
I guarantee you that is not the original headline from the Observer.
From the globalist agenda. Okay, can we? Do you think we could try to figure out what it is?
Yeah, read the full article. Oh, look.
Charles Koch teams up with George Soros, Patreon, and Airbnb to fight online extremism.
Okay.
I don't. What?
How did you get from that to how did you get from this story to this?
All right, so I guess that answer is going to be in his synopsis,
his analysis.
Yeah, put heavy quotes around that. Charles Koch is teaming up with the Anti-Defamation League, tech companies including Eventbrite, Mozilla, Pinterest, Patreon, and Airbnb, universities. That is a weird inclusion to add in there. He's just trying. I think he's just trying to like slump everybody into a bad pot because he's bringing up George Soros, you know, the bane of every right wing extremists. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And other billionaires to combat online extremism that challenges elites, monopolies, and authority. No, they are trying to combat misinformation being spread.
Well, like online extremism that challenges elitist monopoly. That's not what online extremism is.
I mean, this entire article is basically just, oh no, Google doesn't want to show me on their search results anymore because they say fuck up.
Effectively.
Wrong shit.
I'm a piece of shit that thinks everything's a conspiracy, and for some reason, I think Google should put me on the front page. What? What is the right's obsession with universities? Well, Pasta, we'll go ahead and tell you. They think that every single person that has ever gone to a university is all leftists. Every single one of them.
Except for Ben Shapiro's wife.
Oh yeah, excuse me. Except for Ben Shapiro's wife. Every single person that's ever been on it, that stepped foot onto university grounds of any kind. If you've gone to a community college, you're a leftist. If you've gone to a university, you're a leftist. Have you ever sneezed? You're a leftist. Have you farted in the presence of other people? You're a leftist.
Are you sure it isn't just jealousy because they weren't accepted at university? I mean, we know that bad shit happens when you don't get accepted at an art college.
Oh. And that's that's below the belt, buddy.
No, it's its own belt. He's effectively punching himself in the nuts.
Yes, you're guilty. You are very, very guilty. You know what? As a matter of fact, you should leave. No, I'm just kidding. Don't leave.
No, leave. Leave the U.S. and come to Denmark.
Yeah. You know what? I'll get behind that. I can get behind that statement.
Why would anybody want to move to Denmark?
Hey, you. Stop telling the truth. Who would ever want to be in a socialist country like that crap hole? Where it's beautiful and the air probably smells good and people are nice. And most of the country speaks English, so you could
found about Denmark so far that I really dislike is their stupid vehicle registration fee.
Well, here's the thing. You got to pay the price to be somewhere that doesn't suck complete ass.
Yeah, but $5,000 for a 12-year-old car, that's a little overkill.
So Smelly, in Denmark, the registration on, like, taxes and registrations on cars are ridiculous. You often end up paying, like, more like than double what the car's actually worth.
It's between 105 and 180% of the car's value.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty bad in
registration
America.
fee.
Yeah, getting your car registered or just even transferring the title from one owner to another is pretty hellacious.
No, this is buying the car.
Oh no, I'm talking about whenever you buy the car.
Let's say you buy a car for 10,000 euros, right?
Yeah.
Then when you want to register it, you have to pay an additional registration fee of at least 105% of those 10,000 euros. Which would be 10,500 euros. So a car that you buy from the dealership for 10 grand will cost you 20 grand in total because of the vehicle registration fee.
Oh yeah, it doesn't cost nearly as much as that. But whenever you buy a new car in the United States, they tack on this thing called TTNL, which is tax, title, and license. And the title and license part actually covers your car being registered with the state and getting your license plates and all that other nonsense. But usually it's about I only bought 2 cars new, and it was about 15% of the price of the car.
Ansel, the reason is politics.
Well, the way that I understand it is that since Denmark doesn't have any car manufacturing facilities, every time a Danish citizen buys a car, the value of the car will go outside Denmark.
Exactly,
which is
that's part
what
of the
they
reason.
don't want. Which is why I don't understand why importing a used one would be taxed so heavily.
It does seem kind of odd. Have you thought about maybe getting well, I think Ansel was the one that mentioned this, like a motorcycle?
The
or
same
maybe
thing.
Some side of...
It's vehicles in general.
No,
Dude, you can get a Reliant Robin in England and technically pay insurance and licensing fees for a motorcycle.
Look, what I'm doing is, the plan is right now is basically I switch cars with my dad. He drives a 20-year-old Focus that's not worth shit. And since it isn't worth anything anymore, I can just bring it up to Denmark and pay the few €100 for the registration, which is fine. But my Golf is worth, at the moment, somewhat between 5,000 and 7,000 euros. And yeah, I don't want to pay that just in taxes for like 3 years of stay up there. And yes, I will take a bike as well.
See, I was going to go, whenever I was living with my ex-girlfriend, I had bought a car.
Wait, stop. Your ex-girlfriend?
Isn't that your current? Wouldn't that make it the current girlfriend?
Or is it now a boyfriend?
Ex. No, I was trying to. The connotations in that were girlfriend to girlfriend.
I know, but we knew what you meant, but this is a comedy show, so we decided to make a joke.
I'm the worst at ruining shit.
No,
or maybe I'm the best at it, actually.
Regarding being the worst, I just want to say that the situation regarding the coronavirus here is so bad that I've completely run out of sausage and cheese, which makes it the worst case scenario.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, I know that was bad.
No, that was actually good. It just for a second I understood versed, and then you said the second thing, and I don't know that.
That's German for cheese. Yes.
Okay. See, I don't remember all the German I took, man. That was like 20 years ago. Jesus Christ, that was almost 20 years ago.
I'm afraid that getting 4 drones in a chair won't work either, because there are quite Denmark also has quite strict rules about drones.
But I do love the idea of 4 drones in a chair.
I'd rather take 2 catapults and a parachute.
Also, I think in that case you're just gonna end up needing some kind of like pilot license.
And I think that would be like a whole new set of obstacles to overcome.
Yes, because in order to become a pilot, becoming a pilot is one of the few things that you can't get government support for. It has to come out of pocket.
Yeah, same over here. There's
some of my favorite comedians are pilots.
For any private person, so there's no reason to give any government grants for it.
Okay, let's read on.
Yeah, okay, blah, blah, blah. She says that smartphones are the key. Oh, whoa. Nope. Polly, a YouTuber personality, suggested that technocratic tyranny can be thwarted by refusing smartphones.
Okay, then wait. Did she make this YouTube video from her computer using the internet?
Yes.
Probably.
Okay, so throwing away your smartphone does what exactly?
It
makes you use your computer more. Duh.
Yeah, it's not a smartphone. It's a computer. That's a totally different thing.
It's not like they're just like two separate devices using the same technology in slightly different ways.
Different form factors, basically, for the same purpose.
No, dude, LP DIMMs, LP RAM makes it completely different than any other kind of system memory.
Well,
it's using an ARM processor. That's not an LGA 1150.
I don't use my ARM. I don't use an ARM processor. I use my hands. How would you use the phone with your arms? You need hands.
When I was talking to Bo Holber Rasmussen the other day, I asked him whether he got shot in the army, and he said that he was shot in the leggy.
That is true.
But yeah, so she thinks getting rid of your smartphone but using your computer's fine. Anyway, she says that smartphones are the key to the technological control grid when the entire population is dependent on smartphones and need it to exist within the system. Sorry, I felt like saying it like a vibrant preacher would give it more gusto, and it really didn't.
I feel like that you missed an opportunity to put on your elections.
The plan is to control banking, education. We all know education is bad. Healthcare, voting, government, payroll, and benefits are distributed through the smartphones.
Hey, that's not bad,
right? Global revenue from telecom service, which I showed earlier, is connected to the smartphone grid, that's connected to 5G, that's connected to the coronavirus and all Corona beer. Texas, because I'm from here, is projected to be worth $1.35 trillion that they're going to use to make everything gay. It's really hard to do the Alex Jones voice for a persistent period of time.
Yeah, it fucks up your voice. You have to
hard
because you have to sound like you've been smoking 30 a day.
And Pasta's right. I'm not mad enough at this to really get the and there's too much shit on my desk to be slamming around.
To get the No, that's exactly what you need. You need to have shit on the desk so you can have something to slam around. And
oh, actually, wait up. I have the perfect thing. Where did it go? And giving up smartphones for basics. Okay, I can't. I'm sorry. And giving up smartphones for basic cell phones will cut the globalists' funding and power. Okay, so I'm going to stop right here. In 2005, I got what would be considered my first real cell phone. I got a Sidekick. I got a Sidekick from T-Mobile. And there was one thing about that phone that I remember very specifically, and it was that I used it to surf the fucking internet.
Yep, like they're only called smartphones because like they got powerful and the network got powerful enough and the network got good enough that you could like it wasn't a hassle to use them.
As a matter of fact,
as like a computer.
As a matter of fact, the first band I was ever in, the way that I checked oh my god, I'm gonna date myself so badly right here, but the way that I used to check our MySpace.
Yeah, don't do that on camera, please.
You mean don't go all DSP?
No.
Don't pull a dark side Phil and then I didn't know I was still on camera. Nobody wants to see your fat frumpy ass masturbate anyway, you piece of shit.
Some people that guy probably do.
Dude, he still has a pretty big following on Twitch. Like he streams all the time. Still.
Well, yeah, he had to switch to Twitch because he can't get any. I believe it's him. He can't get any money on free YouTube monetization because he at some point early on he specifically asked his viewers to like click the ads and stuff, which is against terms of service.
No shit. I try to do everything in my power to make it to where even if I was granted monetization, my videos would never get it.
The thing is, I will never monetize my channel.
Oh yeah, I
think
used
for
to.
the people. So I say this every few months if I'm asked about this. But for the people who think about donating something to me, please do me a favor and donate it to someone that actually needs it. Just to, I don't know, Doctors Without Borders or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Hello.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Isn't that a picture of Amsterdam?
No, it's not.
That
is Nyhavn.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes, because if you look real close, you can see something.
That is what Nyhavn looks like. Pasta can confirm this.
I've been there, but a few years ago, and I don't remember honestly.
The reason why it looks like Amsterdam is because it was Dutch, not architects. Like the people who built it, a lot of them were Dutch, and it's
Dutch influence.
Yeah, and it's a channel. Like Nyhavn literally means new harbor.
New harbor, yeah, I know. I've been there. It's south of your newer harbor.
Yeah, they built it. They actually gave it another like fancy name named after some royal person, but no one called it that, so it just ended up being Nyhavn because like no one wanted to call it that. They just called it. Oh, it's the new harbor. Oh, okay, let's call it that. So now that's the actual name.
I would love to see what would happen in the United States if we tried to rename a city.
The best named well, it's not a city because it's unincorporated. The best named place name in the U.S. is the unincorporated community of Ding Dong.
What?
I have a better one. There's a small village in Thuringia, which is one of the 16 states of Germany, called Lederhose.
Yes.
The thing is just, Lederhosen are not from Thuringia. It's just a pure coincidence. And
then, of course, there's the city of fucking.
Well, city, it's like a 6-people village. Also, that's in Austria.
Oh, but it's still called fucking.
Not as good as Katzenhirn in Swabia, which translates to cat brain.
Isn't there also a German city called like Apfendorf or something like that? Like
no idea, but the German towns.
Monkey City.
But the German towns of Jerusalem and Adolfshausen are only 6 kilometers apart.
Yeah, look up weird place names in the world. It's
yeah, some place names are just strange.
Apparently, there's a village in the Netherlands called Rectum. There was also a French town called Condom.
Nothing beats Kansas City, Missouri. Yeah, Kansas City, Missouri, or Kansas City, Kansas. You have to be specific about what state you're talking about.
Okay.
Denmark passed an emergency law that allows the government to force people to take a vaccine for coronavirus. Citizens who refuse to be tested for coronavirus will face fines and potential prison time, and will be prevented from entering grocery stores. I think that goes under shops, public institutions, and hospitals, while also being restricted from using public transport. The new sweeping power will remain in effect until March 2021.
I know there's no Kansas City, Kansas. It's just funny that you have to specify because everyone would assume that Kansas City is in Kansas.
There actually is a Kansas City, Kansas.
Missouri.
No, it's both. The city just spreads over the 2 sides of the river. So one of the cities is technically a part of Missouri and the other one is part of Kansas, but they are both called Kansas City.
I thought they just technically considered it part of Missouri.
No. It's because the state line was defined as going through that river, which I think might be the Mississippi. I don't know. So yeah, there's a Kansas City, Missouri, and there's a Kansas City, Kansas.
Huh.
I don't remember them say. I don't remember anything about vaccination.
And Kansas City, Kansas is apparently...
No, he's actually
Well, it's a
100%
smaller
correct.
part. Holy shit, Kansas City is 2 million inhabitants? What the fuck?
Yeah,
Well,
dude. there's a
metropolitan area.
fucking-
Okay,
Apparently, okay. So apparently, yeah, I must have missed that. Apparently, you could also. It could also like you could also force people. The law would also be able to force people to be vaccinated.
Well, only if you want to participate in like public life.
Yes,
I mean,
which is,
you
like,
could stay unvaccinated and
it's
sit
not-
on your ass all
It's
day.
not. It's not like people aren't gonna like what they're what this idiot is probably obviously implying is that they will like go around and like forcefully vaccinate you by police. Like,
Hey, the syringe guy is here.
wait, what?
Well, just imagine somebody knocking on your door
Yeah, exactly.
with syringe.
Which is
That's
obviously not what
he's
it is,
imagining.
and it's completely reasonable to like say, hey,
Okay.
like you should like you either do this thing that protects you and everybody else, or like don't put other people in danger. Also, as it points out,
it's basically the same reason why. Like, remember how the Americans, or at least the Republicans in America, always for private businesses making their own rules and with the government not interfering with them as much as possible.
mm-hmm.
I guarantee that if any if there was a coronavirus vaccine and some company, let's say, I don't know, Walmart, decided, hey, you only get in here when you have that vaccine, I bet they would run amok against that because they're fucking hypocrites.
Probably. The new sweeping powers will remain in effect. Yeah, exactly. They're gonna run out. Like, the laws are set with an expiration date.
Yeah, but you know, there's going to be something he can try to tie it to the fact that it'll never end, and this is going to be.
Bro, and so roving police helicopters equipped with dart rifles are just diving Danes left and right. Exactly.
Also, Micro, I tried to find that piece of harbor in Copenhagen in Google Earth, and I couldn't find it. I don't think that's Nyhavn.
It is. It's literally Nyhavn.
Okay,
That-
can we just pause for a moment and examine the fact that Geo went to Google Earth and was looking for these specific buildings?
Yeah, I mean, it's just one canal, like, and it's maybe
No, I
200 meters long.
None of that matters to me, man. I just love the fact that you did that. Like, it's a beautiful thing.
There.
The way your brain works is beautiful. It's wonderful.
Those
You
are
should-
literally those buildings.
Did they repaint them?
Like, it's obviously those buildings. Like,
Mm,
look, I know
no,
what
it's-
Nyhavn looks like. I live in the
Okay,
city.
whoa.
Yeah, but I tried to find the
Go
specific
back.
series of buildings and I couldn't
Go
find
back to, okay, so we have a yellow, an orange, a white, yellow. Actually, that's more peach. So yellow, peach, white, minty, green. So right here we have.
I didn't say those were the specific buildings. I'm just pointing out that those, like, that is what
Yeah,
the
I mean,
buildings looked
They
like.
look like them, but I can't find those specific buildings. So I don't think it's actually that harbor.
Wait, why don't we just reverse search that image?
That's
There we go.
literally what I'm doing.
Yeah. Let's look at visually similar images.
But there's no place for me to click. Oh, there.
Yeah.
On my.
See, these are all like kind of similar, but I can't find
Yeah, it's the same style, but it's not the same. Literally, not the
It
same
is
building.
okay.
top
Look,
row far right. I think that's like the closest we're gonna get to at least matching the color scheme. Never mind, the structures aren't the same. Never mind.
look. like, this is obviously, this is exactly what Nyhavn looks like. Like I know this is Nyhavn.
Hey, I believe you.
But I think you're wrong.
But my Tommy gun doesn't. I'm just kidding.
Also, why are there cars? Isn't this like a pedestrian zone?
No. One side is, the other one isn't.
Oh my
the
God.
other side,
Is
maybe.
Geo accidentally exposing the globalist elitist?
No, can't
All right,
find it
I
on
can't
that
keep
side
it going.
either.
I can't keep that going. Actor Tom Hanks and his wife have been diagnosed with the coronavirus. Their son says they're not even that sick.
No, no one's like, what?
I don't think he. What?
Can you trust this? What you may not know about ELISA and RNA tests.
Okay,
Oh my God.
challenge to the side chat. I pay anybody who can find those 3 buildings exactly €0.
That's the site they got it from.
Whoa, go back up. Never mind. Keep going.
Let's say Denmark instead.
Yo, whoa. Oh, damn.
No, it wasn't there.
Okay, do you see the picture? Whoa, top row, second from the right. Okay, well, I guess now, yeah, that
This one?
over one. No, over one to the left.
That one?
That one.
Well, that one's
Yeah,
made of
check.
Lego.
It sure is. Holy shit. That looked so good. It
That is,
looked
it's
so
they
fucking
have
good.
at Legoland in Billund. They have
Well, here, let's play a game. Let's see if we can find those buildings on the Legoland version. Yeah, whoever did that Lego rendition is
well, they have people people who are hired. Their job is to make these things for the park.
just saying. They did a good job.
Yeah. It's also where a lot of the new like Lego sets, like it's the same people who designed those.
Imagine being paid to assemble little like annoying shit like that all the time.
Well, and remember you have to glue it.
Oh, dear.
Like it isn't just like Lego bricks like just built normally. They glue them together so like you can't pull them apart.
Well, yeah, I assume they built them once just to know how they look like, and then they glue them. So they take them apart again and then assemble them again while being glued.
Large collection of data on coronavirus suggests the illness is harmless and the deaths are caused by 5G.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
So question. What about Iran? They have zero 5G deployment so far, and they are like the 3rd worst, I think, country in terms of deaths.
Hold on.
Well, because dude, the world globalists have been implanting 5G antennas under their nose, and they've been secretly pumping it out for months. Think like a conspiracy theorist, bro.
There
Is
we
that
go.
why they all have mustaches?
There we go.
That's like literally the same picture.
That is the same picture.
Boat and
Yeah,
everything.
but where exactly on that stupid harbor is it?
Oh, I looked up Copenhagen. I looked up Copenhagen, so I'm assuming it's there.
Yeah, but I've looked on Google Earth and I couldn't find it.
It's Copenhagen, Christianshavn Harbor. Christianshavn is the area where Nyhavn is in.
Okay, so it's not, might not be Nyhavn.
It might not be Nyhavn specifically, but it's Christianshavn. Like it's practically the same.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Okay, whatever.
So I've been looking in the wrong place all the time. Thank you.
I love this clip art. That's just the laziest thing I've ever seen.
Wait, the face or the very pissed off germ?
The very pissed off germ. Look, it has the fucking, it was originally transparent, but someone took like a picture of it, and then there's this weird white, like what is this?
That germ is not pissed off. That germ obviously has a hangover.
Yeah, he looks drunk now the more that I look at it. I love that picture. Go back up of the person taking the picture of somebody and it says infected. That's not what the article is talking about, but it's just such a good
I
visual.
wanna go like back before the coronavirus. I wanna see what other health shit they
Yeah, you're probably gonna have to go back pretty far. Oh well, actually, this is early 2020 so far.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Who's an anti-vaxxer. Yes. And yes, he is related to the president.
Yeah. That's Bobby Kennedy's kid, I think.
Yeah, that's his brother.
And he's fucking nuts.
Dude, all of the Kennedys are kind of crazy in their own right.
Yeah, either they're crazy or they're dead. There's nothing in between.
Yeah, but you could argue that a lot of their deaths were caused by their crazy actions. So,
well, there were 2 kayaking accidents a few days ago.
Jesus Christ, is tragedy just going to leave those guys alone?
No.
For maybe a week? Some of their deaths are just like, wow, man. Can we just launch Bobby into the sun? Yeah, sure, fuck it, why not? I'm okay with that. Wait, are we talking about like Bobby Kennedy, the guy that ran for president, or his son? Let's be specific here, because I would also call Robert Kennedy Jr. Bobby.
Yeah, well, Bobby Kennedy, the original one, was the one that ran for president and was shot in a hotel room or something.
No, he was shot while campaigning.
Yeah, and I think that was in a hotel.
No, I thought it was out in public.
No, it was in a kitchen, actually. Hotel kitchen, I think.
Because I know
How's this a
MLK
news
was shot on
story?
a balcony. Malcolm X was shot in a theater while giving a speech.
Lincoln was shot in a theater.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
Oh my God.
I think not.
Lincoln freed the slaves.
Kennedy was shot in a Lincoln built by Ford.
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually one of my favorite tenuous connections.
Yeah, I mean, there's more connections. For example, the assassin, in the case of Lincoln, ran to a warehouse and... No, he shot him in a theater and ran to a warehouse, and Oswald shot him in a warehouse and then ran to a theater.
He didn't shoot him. Wait, he didn't shoot him in a warehouse.
Oswald shot him while in a book depository.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, well, warehouse, book depository, whatever.
Okay, all right, yeah, all right. You know what? A place where they stored books. I will give you the warehouse in this one. I will.
That's
barely
not a
give
warehouse.
It to you,
Yeah, and he was
That's
captured
a
in a
library.
I'm only giving it to him. I'm only giving it to him because you would think of a warehouse as a place for storing things for bigger companies. So while technically it isn't a warehouse, it was a storage space for a university. I'm gonna barely give it to you on that.
All right, fair enough. Now I just have the phrase book suppository running through my head.
This man drank anti-worm medication for dogs. What?
Apparently he did.
Parasites cure his cancer.
I mean, technically, if you die, are you cured of cancer?
I mean,
I love that the news story is man claims.
Can we just look at how happy he looks? Look at that picture. Just look at that. You just want to give that man a Werther's original.
No, he's old. He gives it to you. Do you not know how Werther's originals work?
Yeah, but I always just assumed that they also like them.
You have to give him a Werther's plagiarized. It's like Werther's original, but someone else's. And yes,
somebody found the
I stole that joke.
building.
Oh.
It's on the other side of the harbor, as far as I can tell, so it's not Nyhavn.
Whatever. It's the same building style, built about the same time when they expanded the harbor.
Yo, dude,
those
it's close. It's close to that place. It
Yes,
was
I found them
probably
too.
built. It was probably built by the same people, and it's in the same country, so it's the same place, bro.
But close to it is relative. It's like literally on the other end of the harbor. Pretty much dead on 1 kilometer.
Yeah, whatever. It looked like it might as well be Nyhavn.
It's almost in Christiania.
Yeah, it's on Christianshavn, so yeah.
So, how long is that video down?
Yes.
Well, let's read this.
Oh, okay. Joe Tippins claims his small cell lung cancer was cured by an inexpensive drug, fenbendazole. I'm pretty sure I probably said that wrong. Fenbendazole.
Let's see what that is.
Fenbendazole in German.
It's a broad spectrum, blah blah blah, used against. It's used against like things like tapeworms, pinworms, a lot of worms. Get your worms.
That looks easy to synthesize.
It's a nice little molecule.
Yo, Ansel's, watch. I'll swallow it first, Roscoe.
Yes, that is
There, see?
small.
Now take your medication.
Small cell lung cancer is a medical term.
It brought up like cell towers.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Here. So it's some. Okay, so it is actually what, like, it's some. But like, why would that do anything for cancer? That doesn't make any sense. Like, it's obviously attacking. Doesn't it actually say what the.
Dude, I think he's just like correlation equals causation type shit. I think it might be just like a coincidence. Or maybe not.
Like, I'm wondering what the mechanism of action is here. Maybe we can find more in here. Nope. Well, it's some kind of. Fuck it, let's read on. That's used to kill worms and parasites in dogs, and apparently also a lot of other things. He says that his cancer had metastasized to his neck, bladder, pancreas, and bones.
Okay, then he wouldn't have any problems like showing X-rays of himself or whatever you need to detect that.
And he had a life expectancy. That's not what life expectancy means. Less than 3 months when he began using the medicine, and 3 months later, his cancer was gone. Yeah, that's called spontaneous remission. It happens sometimes.
Yeah, and even then, it's still anecdotal evidence.
Yes. He says that his insurance company spent $1.2 million to save his life.
Which included an experimental drug, so they gave him an experimental drug which actually has a higher probability of working on this.
Oh, you mean because it's actually developed and there's like a biological rationale behind why?
Yeah. Unlike the what was it, anti-worm agent?
Yes.
Something.
But he attributes his recovery to the inexpensive dog deworming agent. He also takes a CBD oil and vitamin E supplements.
Okay, so what's his rationale for attributing the success of the treatment to his worm stuff instead of the experimental anti-tumor agent that was
or
given
the
to him by
CBD
his
oil
insurance company?
or vitamin E?
You're assuming that he actually thought about it. I think he's just like, all this other shit's evil. The $1.2 million I spent was blah blah blah. It was the dog heart. Wait, what was it again?
You're slipping into Alex Jones again. That's
shit.
Yeah, that's something I don't want to think about.
I didn't realize how bad that sounded until after I said it. I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry for everyone for giving you that image. I think I might vomit.
Yeah, it was a gross. Thanks. That was like completely unnecessary. All right, so Stephen Prescott,
they're turning my friggin' butthole gay.
They're turning my butthole gay.
Thank you.
Stephen Prescott, the president of Oklahoma Medical Research Foundation. That sounds real legit. I want to see if that place is legitimate.
Probably, yes.
Said the scientists may in many credible places have researched this drug for years. However, this information has not been widely shared to the public until Tippins started blogging about his recovery. Prescott plans to organize a case study with Tippins. Yeah, I fucking doubt that goes anywhere.
Also, if it's been studied, researched this drug for years, yeah, then it is widely known. Like,
and the thing is
like it would be in peer-reviewed journals.
And I'd be willing to bet that if you look at any of the information that exists, it speaks against the efficacy of any of the claims he's made so far. There we go. Unexpected.
Let's see. There might actually be something to it.
Let's see.
What journal are we in?
We are
in the Journal of American Association of Lab Animal Science. That's not a very high. Unexpected the answer to mirror effects, blah blah, when combined with that sounds a little.
Is this in humans or is this somewhere else?
It's in mice.
Can we see? Can we see?
Well, no. Let's see.
But by the way, Smelly, I'm gonna send you another article. It's my favorite scientific paper. I'm gonna post it in the side chat as well.
Okay. Okay, this is fucking.
It looks like
amazing.
it has been researched, but the fact that nothing seems to have come of it.
I was gonna say, has it ever been referenced in any other studies? Has it ever been cited anywhere?
Well, no, it has.
Okay, cited by other articles.
Yeah, it has. Like, but that's pretty normal. No, like, but the fact that it like if it actually really was really this super effective as the article is claiming, or this Joe guy is that Joseph is claiming, it would obviously, like, it's been quite a number of years since it was first tested, so we would obviously have been like we would have it out now. It's been like 12 years.
It's kind of like a statement that Ralph the Movie Maker made in his Bigfoot video. It's like, if these motherfuckers found Bigfoot, we wouldn't have to wait until the airing of a show that probably took 20 weeks to get to the air.
It was
before we figured out about it. You know, we would already know. You know, that would be something that they probably would have talked about immediately if the efficacy was ever provided or proven.
That looks nice.
So they're anti-vaxxers as well.
Yeah. I don't know where it is, but I want to go there. Green? What?
Why is the river green?
Algae or plants or something? It's somewhere in Switzerland.
Photoshop.
It looks nice.
Can't roll out Photoshop. It would be really easy to isolate the water and change the color.
You wanna look up if that's also actually in Bern?
Oh my God, wait, this too?
So wouldn't that mean that that's the?
Oh no, sorry, it's not Bern in Switzerland. It's Bern in Switzerland.
Yeah, Switzerland.
Oh, Switzerland, yeah.
Switzerland. That's
and they again
that's a land party where it's constantly switching between who you're playing against. It's the Switzerland.
It's when only half of the people there want to give up in anymore. UK. Whoa, what was up with the UK teenager thing?
What's the name of the fucking river in Bern?
I don't know.
Goes blind after
yeah,
diet.
he had the reason he had that diet was because he had an eating disorder.
Oh, okay.
Like
what disorder did he have? What disorder did he have?
An eating disorder.
Okay, well, yeah.
Like he wasn't just piggy. He had an actual disorder.
Yeah, so he's trying to minimalize that by just calling him a picky eater. What a dick.
Ansel is right. California passes law to monitor super harmful chemicals in drinking water, but has no plans to remove those chemicals.
Yeah, that sounds like a typical case of just because something's in there doesn't mean that the concentration is dangerous or harmful in any way.
Also,
I mean, with a good enough what's it called? Ion chromatograph, I could probably find uranium and even a little bit of plutonium in water. That's no problem.
But also as Ansel points out, we don't know if there's even chemicals there. Like they're planning to test it. Maybe let them test first.
Yeah, it would make sure. Never mind. They're gonna draw conclusions even whenever there's no data to analyze. What did he say about? Oh, whoa! Man's autistic daughter believes she is transgender, and her public school blocks his efforts to stop her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he shouldn't.
I mean, he should let her come of age before she makes any...
I'm almost certain they're misgendering him in the article in the headline.
Okay.
Like I'm willing to bet that he was born male.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm almost certain.
14-year-old girl.
Yeah, so they're misgendering him. Yeah, Ansel has a good point. How the fuck do they have the ability? How the fuck does the school have the ability to
block his efforts to do what? It doesn't sound like he's trying to let her go through with the transition. It just sounds like he's allowing her to be called him, right? Am I wrong?
I'm very confused by this.
Yeah. Wait, I'm confused.
In April, blah blah. My 14-year-old daughter became convinced that she was my son. In my attempt to help her, her public school undermined me every step of the way. Throughout my daughter's childhood, there was no sign that she wanted to be a boy. She loved stuff, and that's not how this works. Animals, Pocahontas, and wearing colorful bathing suits. Yeah, spoiler alert. Boys do that too.
Yeah, I don't think that they've ever heard of anything outside of like heteronormative. Like,
can't recall a single blah 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 blah. Let's see. I want to know what the fuck. The only difficulty she had was forming and maintaining friendship. Well, she is autistic, so that makes sense. Will and why, blah 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 blah. Okay. I want to know like what does. At her high school, my daughter was approached by a girl who had recently come out at school as transgender. Okay. Now the question is if
no, this is gonna turn into one of those. Oh, my daughter's only considering this because it's transgender by proxy.
Yeah, I have. Shortly after meeting her, my daughter declared that she too was a boy trapped in a girl's body, and picked out a new masculine name. Oh, good. Our school kept parents in the dark. She first came out as transgender to school, and when she announced that she was a boy, the faculty staff, who had full knowledge of her mental health. Oh, affirmed her. Without telling me or my wife, they referred to her by her new name. They treated my daughter as if she was a boy, using male pronouns and giving her access to a gender-neutral
This
bathroom.
went exactly the direction I figured it was going.
The school isn't blocking when he says the school is blocking his efforts to help him, his efforts to help his daughter. What he actually means is that they blocked his attempt to
stop them.
Just like the school did the right thing.
Look, here's the thing though. Here's the thing that I kind of feel like with youth coming to the decision, or not decision really, coming to that realization.
Yeah.
I feel like with that, it doesn't hurt anybody to just, I hate to say this word, but I can't think of anything better. Maybe y'all can help me out. But it doesn't kill anybody to just indulge them. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't see the harm in letting somebody express themselves, especially since it's not hurting anybody.
Yeah.
And if later on they decide that maybe they were mistaken, hey, cool. Yeah. If they don't, even better. I don't know why they're making a big deal about this. It's fucking stupid. Like, yes, those are crucial developmental years, yada, 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 yada. We can fucking argue the semantics of this nonsense all day, but I mean, shit. What we're really talking about at the end of the day is somebody expressing themselves and being who they really are. Fuck you for trying to stop that. That's bullshit. In the early 2000s, homosexuals couldn't even admit that without most of society being like, oh, gross. We're not even going to talk about how much worse it was before that. We're just going to talk about a recent time. And I feel like right now the transgender, I don't even want to call it a movement because it's not a fucking movement. They're not trying to. They're not trying to do anything but be accepted.
No, it's a movement like to gain rights.
Oh yeah, I know, but I hate using the word movement because the way that it has been bastardized and pushed towards this agenda-centric sort of thing, when really the agenda they have is just not being terrorized for being who they are. Like that's really these are very simple, basic human needs that we're denying people based on like, ooh, it's icky. And that's not my opinion. That is the people who are trying to stop its opinion. Because really, that's what it boils down to. Oh my God, that person had a penis, and now I have to call it ma'am. Like that. I mean, come on. I've heard people literally say those words, and it fucking pisses me off. And I live in Texas, so I mean that should tell you a lot. I hear it all the time.
There's an awful lot about trans people in this.
Yeah, because that seems to be the most modern. Again, I'm gonna hate saying this, but it's I mean, it's like the new right-wing boogeyman. I mean, because come on,
yeah,
none of us are stupid.
It's the new gay. Well, it's an addition to like.
You know what I think a lot of it. You know what I think a lot of it stems from is when you look at the people that are the most against it, like especially the males, you're like, I could see you sucking a dick. And then the worst part about all of it is that most of the ones that are the most vehement against like or for fighting against it are the ones that seem the most afraid that they might be attracted to a transgender woman. Like that is what Exactly. That son of a bitch fought homosexuality like it was a goddamn crusade, and then he was caught with a gay hooker. Like, irony. Your name is Ted Haggard.
What? French farmers sue the state over mysterious cow death. They blame on electric magnetic fields.
Oh my god.
Generally, you shouldn't keep cows on electromagnetic fields. You should keep them on like grass fields. That's where they went wrong.
I was thinking lightning strike or something. So we found this molten cowbell.
Now I'm imagining some kind of like Saturday morning cartoon where a cow gets struck by lightning and becomes a superhero. Electro cow. Thunder cow.
Sounds like a Pokemon. I think there actually is one.
I'm not sure there is.
Miltank or something.
No, Miltank is not an electric type. It's a normal type.
Let me check.
It actually pulls the bells and chokes the cows. I think they meant balls, but
No, pulls the bells. Like...
Oh, the bell. Yep. Oh, whoa, wait, whoa! We got Obamacare in 2019. Let's see what this is about. It's from Fox News. It's gonna be good. Oh, never mind. It's just talking about the inability. Never mind. That's not as fun as it seemed. Scientists put human gene into monkeys to
Can you
make
scroll
them
up a little bit?
smarter and more human-like. What?
Yeah, they did.
Taxes in the US doubled? I doubt that.
This?
Just do yourself a favor and reduce your military budget by like 5%, and then you can afford your fucking healthcare for all.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
I thought you meant this one is actually true. Like they did. They have also done the same things with mice, where if they made their brains more like humans, I can't remember how they.
Yeah,
did
I mean, why the fuck? The end goal would be to like be able to grow like pancreases and organs and shit.
Well,
just
and
in
also
case
understand.
some human
Hey, whoa! Can you go back up for like a brief moment? No. Keep going. One more. Seattle is dying. A documentary about causes and solutions for. Okay, never mind. I was hoping it was about hippies, but it's about homelessness. Homelessness is.
Hippies would be San Francisco, not Seattle.
No, I would still consider
They're yuppies
Seattle
more.
Or, yeah, okay, yuppies. Yeah, okay,
freedom.
Still a significant amount of hippies.
Freedom.
Well, they're talking about fucking Roger Waters says that WikiLeaks Julian Assange is being used as a warning for journalists. What? Why are we listening to the bassist / lead singer of Pink Floyd about anything other than music?
I mean, why is he talking about this? Apparently, he doesn't need no education.
Yeah, we don't need no education. Remember?
What the fuck is this picture?
He's crying behind a plant, I guess.
He looks like he's hiding.
Oh my God! UK police report 120,000 non-crime hate incidents and background check database may stop the accused from getting jobs. Wait, were they convicted of it? Or, like, were they actually charged with this, or is it just they were accused of it? Because I'm sorry,
I guess. Well,
being charged with something and being accused of something are not the same.
Yeah, but in any case, like if like, well, like it's. I'm assuming it's like, I'm guessing it's hate. It's hate incidents, so like it's not. You haven't broken hate crime laws, but you've still like done things that were motivated by some form of like discriminatory, like racism or sexism or something like that.
Well, then I don't see that as like a huge problem then, because if the job you're applying for is for like some public representative for something,
Yeah,
I don't want somebody who's ever been hateful towards anyone representing me in the public.
Like if you don't want it to be a problem, don't be a hateful prick.
Yeah, don't be a piece of shit, and nobody will care that you're not a piece of shit because people don't care about people that aren't pieces of shit. In the sense of like, yeah, sure, give them a job. Britain allows the internet to be censored.
So, okay, we have seen this a bunch of times, so we're sort of not like touched on it. They have this just describes this website to a T. Like
what, that China uses the surveillance or
no?
Ooh.
Watch Red Pill Expo online.
Oh, you haven't seen that, dude? That's literally been the side banner for every page.
That's what I said. But we haven't addressed it, and it just sums up this website because that is like exactly.
But look, I'm gonna give them one like microgram of credit with the design of that little blip ad. Like, it actually using the pill as a mic, that's kind of clever. Like, No?
No, sorry, I was reading the chat.
Oh, yeah, I've been doing that. I've been trying to keep up with it, but every time I look at it, the subject has changed because we can't seem to talk about one thing longer than 5 seconds.
Anyways, we're coming to a close here. So this website, like, it's fucking weird. Like, it's I get the feeling that G. Edwards Griffin here, like this guy, that he just sits around all day looking through news sites and like picks out like, oh, this can fits into my agenda. Let me put it in.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
It's
anyway,
we didn't come up with an addition here, but like, I don't feel like there was one because there was no like exceptionally funny sentence or anything in this website.
no, I think the best thing that we really got out of this was his synopses, which were essentially the same thing as changing the headline.
I think there were actually funny things in there, like funny in the same sense as like tragically funny. If you know what I mean.
No,
it's so sad that all you can do is laugh about it. Like, for example, when a clown hangs himself.
No, what I meant was there was nothing in here that immediately stood out as being like the secondary title, or like the add-on. So
yeah, I feel like this website, the need to know was that kind of covers it all. Or you're about to change it.
Yeah, I'm currently.
Do you want to know more? No, would you like to know more?
No, thanks.
Whatever that fucking headline in Starship Troopers was. No extra title edition. Also not bad.
That's good. Anyway, guys, I gotta get off here anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. It's getting late.
It is.
Everyone who was here, watching in the chat and listening along, we love you. Thank you very much for returning once again.
Yeah. So, bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
We'll be back.